We're seeing those clouds out there this morning, but we're seeing a few breaks here and there. That if we see more of those breaks, we could see temperatures getting up into the middle 80s for your Sunday.
This morning on DC News Now, the search continues for the missing Manassas mother. What loved ones are saying as that investigation into her disappearance continues. Plus, after months of construction, the closed Red Line stations finally reopening. The details on the new updates at those stops. And the bodies of multiple hostages recovered in Gaza, what Israeli forces say happened, and the reaction from the White House.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
It is 8 o'clock on this Sunday. We begin with this beautiful live look outside. It is gorgeous sunrise. At least it looks like the sun is trying to peek through those clouds. But will we see the sun? How hot or cool is it going to be today? We'll have those answers for you in just a bit. But first, we want to say good morning, everyone. Happy September. It's the start of a new month. Thanks for joining us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosin Fakile. We'll get to your top stories in just a bit. But first, Derek is here giving you a check of your forecast. And Derek, I've been asking all morning, are we getting summer today or are we getting fall? Because we've been doing this dance for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it does seem like we're doing that dance indeed. It looks like today, though, temperatures are going to be into the low to mid 80s, but I'm looking out to the west right now. I do see some blue skies peeking in through the clouds, so maybe we'll see those temperatures rise up a bit more, at least than what we were at yesterday at a high temperature of 82 here in Washington. Temperatures this morning are into the 60s and 70s. Over the past 24 hours or so, we had, of course, those showers and storms blowing on through the region. We had a lot of cloud cover yesterday, which kept our temperatures right at 82 for that high. But as we head into the day, we could see a few more showers and storms come our way. Hopefully not as strong as the ones that we saw yesterday, but we still have that marginal risk of seeing one or two turn to the strong side. We're looking at, of course, along the I-95 for that bit of storm activity as we head about today, especially areas south of I-66 as well. That's where the strongest instability is. But over the last day or so, we're seeing about an inch of rain for some locations. Some areas, though, not seeing too much. We'll see how much we'll get today here later on.
Derek, thank you. The search continues for 28-year-old Mamta Kafle Bhatt. She disappeared over a month ago. Her husband was arrested and charged with concealing a dead body. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports on how volunteers continue their search for any signs of Mamta.
Saturday marked the one-month anniversary of the disappearance of Mamta Bhatt. Friends and supporters gathered at this market with hopes of finding answers as to what happened to her. The signs are clear. The search for Mamta Bhatt continues.
I didn't know her. Take as many as you want.
Volunteers turned out at the Manassas Park Market to get out the word to find the 28-year-old woman. Bhatt vanished July 31st and is presumed dead.
She needs a voice. She doesn't have a voice right now, so that's my goal, is to be her voice.
Holly Worth is a registered nurse, like Bhatt, and works with her.
I would say it's very slim chances that she's alive, and justice may look different than what we thought in those first days. But bringing her home, whatever that looks like, should still happen. Saturday's gathering comes a day after Manassas Park Police and the Prince William County Search and Rescue Team searched Signal Hill Park, not far from Bhatt's home. They looked for evidence in the case.
We want to find Mamta. We want to bring her home.
Amanda Lockhart Davis is a neighbor. She airs a podcast which lately has focused on Mamta.
I wanted to do something. I didn't know what the something was, but when
police arrested Bhatt's husband Naresh August 22nd. He remains held without bond on charges. He hid his wife's body. Lockhart Davis says she and others want to bring closure to Mamta's family, especially her daughter.
Her daughter is going to grow up likely without any parents.
Court documents say Naresh Bhatt killed his wife in their home, dragged her body out of it before he hid it. In Manassas Park, Virginia, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
8:04 is your time. In Prince George's County, police are investigating a deadly shooting. It happened in North Englewood on Hawthorne Street. This was at 7 o'clock last night. Officers found a man shot in a parking lot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Investigators are working to find a motive in the shooting, and any suspects, anyone with information, is asked to call police. Developing now, a sitting Loudoun County judge under fire after being arrested for public intoxication. Leesburg police say Charles F. Kohler Jr. was walking down the Leesburg bypass near South King Street when he was arrested at about 1 a.m. yesterday. Officers say they suspected he was drunk. He was taken to Loudoun County Jail but was later released. And in Maryland, Hyattsville police are investigating a motorcyclist killed in a crash. They say it happened yesterday on East-West Highway near University Town Center. That's not far from College Park. Only one other car was involved. The crash closed down eastbound East-West Highway yesterday for some time. And still in Prince George's County, police are investigating a deadly crash. They say it happened at the intersection of Beach Road and Branch Avenue yesterday morning. 4 people were taken to the hospital with injuries. Police say one of the drivers later died. And a car flipped over on its head with a person inside. This was in the Fair Oaks area in Fairfax County. Take a look at these dramatic pictures. This was at Legato Road and West Oaks Road yesterday afternoon. First responders worked to remove the person trapped inside. That person was taken to the hospital. Investigators have not said what caused that car to turn upside down. DC Fire and EMS say 4 people were hurt, including 2 kids, after a car crashed into a telephone pole in Northeast. It happened on Eastern Avenue and Tuckerman Street. All 4 were taken to the hospital. Police say a man and a child were in critical condition, and a woman and a young girl had non-life-threatening injuries. 8:06 is your time, and new this morning, the Israeli government says they've recovered the bodies of 6 hostages from Gaza. One of those bodies, an Israeli-American man. Israel says 23-year-old Israeli-American Haresh Goldberg Polin was among the bodies recovered. He was one of the most well-known Hamas captives, as his parents met with world leaders pushing for his release. According to the Israeli military, all 6 hostages were killed shortly before the attempt to rescue them. Rescuing these hostages called for protests in Israel against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Many in Israel blaming him for not bringing the hostages home and not doing enough to ensure a ceasefire in the 10-month-old war. The White House releasing a statement about the recovery of the American Israeli. President Biden saying he is devastated and outraged, also saying, quote, "Make no mistake, Hamas leaders will pay for these crimes, and we will keep working around the clock for a deal to secure the release of the remaining hostages." 8:07 in Virginia, combating overdose deaths was part of the effort on International Overdose Awareness Day. It's meant to raise awareness of drug addiction and support those receiving treatment. Awareness and an antidote are helping in the fight against overdose deaths in the Commonwealth. The latest data shows less than 1,800 people died last year from fentanyl, compared to 2,000 in 2022. Advocates point to more awareness about the dangers of opioids and to more access to Narcan, a medication that helps stop overdoses.
Still need to be out there. We still need to be educating the community on substance use. We still need to be trying to stop the stigma. We still need funding for NGOs. I think it's real important for the funding, to go to these non-government organizations, these boots on the ground organizations here in Richmond.
And it isn't just Virginia seeing a decrease. The CDC reporting all drug overdose deaths went down last year. It's the first time since 2018. In the district, circulator workers held another rally hoping to save that bus service. They gathered at Freedom Plaza in Northwest, asking people to sign a petition and speak out against the shutdown. Last month, DDOT announced it was phasing out the service by the end of the year, leaving riders without the convenient $1-a-ride bus route within the district, and leaves 300 workers without a job.
Cutting our jobs after telling us that we have a 5-year contract. 8 months later, it's something different. We got older people that work there that can't get jobs now. We got people who've been there for 18 years that have a hard time trying to cope with finding another job. DDOT
says the shutdown is because of budgetary reasons. Well, this is some good news happening today on Metro. After months of being shut down for repairs, 4 stations on the Red Line will finally reopen. Glenmont, Forest Glen, Wheaton, and Silver Spring stations were shut down in June for some rehabilitation work. Some of the repairs included replacing rail and track signs, fixing sidewalks, and maintaining escalators and elevators. During the closure, part of a new Purple Line mezzanine was built at Silver Spring. Metro says Silver Spring will still be an active construction site for the Purple Line, and there'll be scaffolding on site until 2027. And Metro Rail buses will operate on a Sunday schedule tomorrow for Labor Day. Trains will run every 6 to 12 minutes for most of the day. For Metro Access customers, all subscription trips on Labor Day will be canceled, but customers can still call to reserve a trip on Labor Day. Parking will be free at all Metro garages and lots for the holiday. All right, it is 8:10. Let's check in with Derek.
Yes, whoa, where are we going? I'm down here today. Okay. Hey, we're getting back closer to where we need to be. All in all, we do have, of course, a few clouds in the area this morning, but thankfully we're going to see a bit more sunshine today, which is going to give us a little bit more those warmer temperatures about. We're at 74 right now. This time yesterday we were only at 72, and we stuck throughout the entire time frame at that temperature as well. Mostly cloudy conditions compared to overcast skies yesterday. We're going to have a better day today, seeing those temperatures getting up into the mid-80s.